Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your boy Sifn from Typhon TTG here, coming at you with another video. And today, we are going to be going over a live match. Well, this wasn't live, this was streamed at a local tournament I was at. And I will show you round 2 and round 3. Starting with round 2. Obviously, I'm on the left, Isaac Stanley. I don't know why my name is wrong. It's supposed to be capital I, lowercase everything else. And as I'm playing Greenszard against a fellow player that is playing Greenszard, Gary Breach. So we have the mirror match here. I haven't commentated a Pokemon match in a while, so I ask you to bear with me. I will do the best I can to do analysis here and try to be unbiased. So this is specifically Turbozard with Tapu Lele, Marshadow, etc. against Greenszard. So we're going to really see the matchup. Most people have the consensus that Greenszard is not favored in this matchup, but I do think, depending on how Turbo starts, turn 1, turn 2, that Greenszard can be favored. And you can see the Green's expiration here, turn 1 from Gary Breach. Can get exactly what he wants for this turn. He's going to start with the Nest Ball to get a Pokemon onto the bench. Most likely a Reshizard, and he will also just get anything else. Something like Welder would be preferred here. If he was playing one, an Energy Spinner, but he is going first, so probably won't get that. Possibly a Fiery Flint wouldn't be too bad. And really what I'm trying to get right here is I'm just trying to get my bench filled up with Pokemon, try to get a lot of cards in my hand, just like I said, Turbo. I'm trying to go through my deck. As you can see in the bottom left there, I forgot to take my 2 mulligans, but I will take them. I just didn't take them yet. That's what the 2 on the dice is there for. So we ended up getting the mix herbs as well as getting the fire crystals. Well, he discards them with the fiery flint, like I just said, but that's what he ended up getting with the discard. I apologize, I should have said that a little more clear. The best thing he can really do is just attach to the Volcanion and pass, as he is already played a supporter. His hand's not looking too good, so he's going to pass. I will take my 2 mulligans and then my attach return. So we sit down on Volcanion here, and we do have the energy for Welder, so we can get a really good turn here. I'm going to go on Acrobat to thin through the deck. And as I do not think I'll be using the Arcanine in this matchup, I go ahead and discard it. Which also means I will also be discarding Growlithe. So we're going to go ahead and pop Welder onto there. Just try to get as much energy on this Reshizard as we can. I do pick up the Marshadow here, and turn 1 Marshadow is always good. But I'm going to do my best yet again to thin out my deck so I can play as much as I can. We're going to play another Acrobike. Like I said, just thinning, thinning, thinning. Now we have the choice between Fire Energy and Switch, and we choose the Switch actually. I do believe we did have another energy in hand, which is why we did that. And I believe the best play here is to just let loose. So I'm wondering what I'm thinking about here, because I don't see a reason to just not let loose. Okay, there we let loose there. And I have a decision here on which I don't 100% remember what I did. I have the choice if I want this Volcanion out right here, right now, and I want to get that Reshizard in the active, I could just GX him right now. It'd be overkill, but it would be a kill. I wouldn't have risk of, him ever really doing that much damage to me. We'd be done right here. Or I can just maybe do Outrage and then pass and see what happens, and I would have Flare Strike if I had said Guzma or some way to get that Reshizard in the active. But I didn't in my hand. I'll go ahead and spoil that I did not. So I just thought the best idea was to Flare Strike here. I believe that is what this game is. I do remember that happened in one of the games. Let's see here. God, you can see my glasses. Ever since I wore glasses, I should not wear glasses on stream. I don't need to wear glasses. It just looks weird. So again, I do believe I just double blaze here. Okay, I did double blaze over here, so I did use my GX attack for the game, which most people in the mirror matchup say for the Greenszard, they'll trigger the extra energy on, but I wanted to KO right there, right now, just to see if I can get ahead. Now he charges the Choice Man, which is interesting, because the Choice Man in this matchup really does nothing. Well, the only time it does something is if you do Outrage into what's it called, a Flare Strike, but because I mean you would be 10 off if you had no damage on you for the Outrage, but he does know I am playing Fill Blur, so so he's gonna poke here, looking most likely for a greens. Wait, I just realized he played. I don't know if I just missed a play he did, because he just looked through his deck. I think I might have just. I have zero clue what that was. I obviously did not catch that. Okay, I think yeah, I think I'm explaining that. Because yeah, it looked really weird. I'm surprised I didn't say nothing earlier, unless I was just like talking and you guys couldn't see my mouth moving. Cause obviously it's been a while since this match happened, so. Also, shout out to Tyler CCGs here, for filming this. So it's those are my boys over there, Tyler CCGs. So he's gonna pick up the Kukui. Obviously, we don't get to see his hand, but his hand must have been very, very bad if he's just going to Kukui without even being able to attack. And as we can see there, we see a mixed herbs, a custom catcher. Can't really see anything else. Hopefully we get to see his hand again. So off the poke here, we do see a judge here. Oh, okay, there was a Lieutenant Surge strategy, so. He did play the Kukui Ove, so he can't play it now, but he can have that for safekeeping. And as I will not be able to get a knockout, he's relatively safe from anything dangerous happening. So he can safely Lieutenant Surge and a Judge into something else, depending. And right now, we're just looking through our back to see what Pokemon's in there. What can we do right now? We will get another Greenszard just in case. The only reason why I do this is because I just want some beefy stuff up there. I didn't want to get something he could easily Guzma in just one shot. Because I do have two things they can. We're going to look for the Welder. Or we're going to attach first. Then we're going to Welder just so we can draw this to be efficient. Because we've already GX attacked, so we don't need any more than 4. He's obviously not using something like Wondrous Labyrinth. So again, just to be as efficient as possible, we attach to the active Greenszard and Welder onto the bench Greenszard to draw 3. We're going to fire Crystal. This was not that I really needed the energy. Obviously, the energy is very well welcome. I know I'm not close to dying anytime soon. Again, this is mostly just to thin out the deck. You can see how thin my deck is compared to his. Well, you can't really see how thin his deck is, but his deck is pretty decently sized, and mine's starting to get down there. So right here I declare sorry, I do believe I declare Flare Strike. And going into his turn, I don't have any way to kill him. Unless I would have 3 energies in hand with Welder. Then that play was fine because I could just retreat with my Greenszard and win game. I will say this, the game already doesn't end here either way. But I just do want to say that is a possible play if I have Welder plus 3 energies in hand. He's going to get a Lieutenant Surge's strategy. And let's see, what does he play? So he's going to get a Welder. Apologies. So he's going to get the Welder on there. Draw 3, see if he can get some decent cards going. I believe that is a Heat Factory he's going to put out. Just see if he can get some more draw. And that is also the reason he's using Fiery Flint. Now this was very questionable during the match that he discarded mixed herbs and a custom catcher. So either A, I thought he just was giving up, or B, he had one of those pieces in his hand already and he could just greens for him at any point in time, which is a good thing about the greens. Sometimes you are just guaranteed certain things. But he's going to use a couple of those energies just to go through the deck, so you'll see a Heat Factory play after you see a Welder. You see he has the energy to Welder yet again. He has 3 energy on now. And he picks up a Fill Blower, I believe, which really won't matter because I'm not using anything. So he's going to use a Nest Ball just to get something on his bench, because again, I did have game next turn if certain circumstances did line up. Just waiting to see what he's going to get. It seems that his other riches are may be prized. Unless that's the one, unless he just went over it. But I figured he would have got it by now. Because he just needs something beefy. He needs either the EV Snorlax or he needs the Greenszard. So he's eyeballing that EV Snorlax. So this seems to be the best thing. Obviously, he wants to look through the deck. So he's actually going to grab the Volcanion. And you see his deck's starting to get a little bit thin as well. Yeah, he's going to get the Volcanion, which is susceptible to just getting one shot. Even by the EV Snorlax, so very interesting play here by Gary. Let's see here. He has not used Heat Factory yet. He does have energy in hand, unless at some point he's planning on going for a GX tech. No, so he is just going to Heat Factory, gets a mixed herbs. I believe he only got 2 cards. He could have gotten a third. Unless I just looked at it, I'm pretty sure he only got 2 cards off that Heat Factory. Could have got a third. Now he does have 4 energy on. He can Flare Strike me right now, but the issue with that is he's susceptible to me just outraging him back. I mean, for 260, but I do not have Choice Band, which is very unlucky. I do have 1 Choice Band in the deck. Let's see, what is he looking for? We do know he has a custom catcher. We do see he has the Choice Band. This is gonna lightly look through his discard pile right now. And I believe he announces Outrage for Knockout, which is going to be a Choice Band. So I hit into him for 230, making Outrage 260, and Choice Band makes it 290. This is the one time Choice Band can be useful in the mirror matchup. Like I just concept for myself. But oh, so sorry. But this is alright. I'm going to use the Heat Factory to get something. Fill Blower away that Choice Band. Just for some odd reason I can't get anything in. I just want to prevent any sort of follow-up. So like a Guzma plus Switch. Guzma's in my rushes or just does the same thing. I just want to prevent that from happening. Just in case I can't kill him this turn. So we do see a Tapu Lele here. Tapu Lele, which will mean a Welder, I believe. So we are going to Welder this turn onto the bench Greenszard. If we have another energy in hand, this will be a Flare Strike. But at the same time, we don't actually have an energy to retreat. So this is where the switches we play could come into play. See, we do have the energy to be able to pull off that play if we can get a switching card. So we're also going to attach return. So now Flare Strike is ready on the bench Greenszard. Now it's just, can we get the active? And I do have the switch, actually. I actually do have the switch. So this will be a knockout on the Greenszard. The only issue being is now I don't kill this Volcanion for a turn. So I do give him a chance to set up another bench Pokemon. Well, he had one anyway, but let's say he whiffs. I don't have no way to kill him this turn, and that's just rather unfortunate, but I'm nowhere close to being killed, so I'm not in the worst position. Definitely still favored right now. Right now, just waiting on his. You can see where the Greenszard can get in a pickle here. Is like if one turn you don't get exactly what you need for, future turns, it can be kind of rough. And like I said, Turbo just allows you to go through your deck like so fast. You can see a lot of cards. I do believe post rotation greens is going to be way better because we're losing Lele, we're losing Marshadow, which are big things in the deck currently. And we're also losing things like Kiawe, Guzma. So yeah, I'm definitely switching to Greenszard. I actually used to play Greenszard right before Internet is right when I switched to Turbo. I want to say about 2 weeks I switched to Turbo, and I don't want to say I regret it. Just because how Turbo played out for me at Internet, it just, I don't know. But yeah, I definitely do not think Greens is bad. Actually, I think the highest placing Greenszard was a Greenszard. None that made top 8 though. No Greenszard made top 8. So he's going to give me a strong, just something bulky. 2 bulky things. He's going to Custom Catcher, try to lock this in the active, forcing me to have a Guzma or a switch to get out of the situation. But as you did see me flash, I do have 3 energy in here, so if I have a way to get some more energy in my hand, which I just got the Fiery Flint, which I actually discard it. Pokegear, I believe I'm looking for a Guzma here. Because I don't want to kill that Volcanion. I want to kill one of the bench Pokemon. So we did grab Kiawe off the first one. Not really that useful. It is useful in thing out of the deck, however. And this was just a little confusion. He was asking if I was playing the Kiawe. I had to announce it was not. So we do see, I do believe that is Welder in hand. Yeah, that is Welder. So I do have the potential to Welder onto the Eevee Snorlax and attach the third. And just see if I can get another energy just so I can have safety. Let's see here. There also is a Welder in there, so we're going to go ahead and Welder onto the Eevee Snorlax like I said. And we get a Choice Band, we get a Wishful Baton. Wishful Baton wouldn't be too bad here. If I wasn't a tag team Pokemon, because if Eevee Snorlax goes down, I just lose the game. We should attach this last energy to him, no, but we're going to go a little bit greedy for the Heat Factory. Let's see, we're really digging for that switching card. I'm going to attach that, and I do have a Let Loose. I could just go for it, and I will go for it. This is a real hyphy play here. Small deck, good chance I can get what I want. I'm just pointing. Me and my opponent were just pointing how stupid Let Loose is. The whole current consensus in our in this shop is that Let Loose is just a terrible thing. So it looks like we're looking for a switch. We do get the Energy Spinner, which guarantees next turn we will have the energy for the Eevee Snorlax for either an attack or retreat, either way. And we do see the switch on the bottom of the deck, so we do know we still have one in play. So we're going to Fire Crystal just to get some more energy back in our hand. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I tap this. 2, 3. So this is just so we have fodder for Welder, fodder for Heat Factory. Just make sure we have in our hand exactly what we need. Alright, that is going to be attached for turn there. Oh, I apologize. That was the ability to cheer up on Eevee Snorlax, allowing me to just attach the energy. So now, this is where the spot goes. If I have Guzma, he's in trouble. If I have Switch, he's in trouble. He has to rely on me not having either one of those for him to be able to have a chance to win game 1. He's going to get a Fire Crystal, try to dig through, be able to use Heat Factor and Motor just to see more cards. He doesn't have the best hand right now. So we are going to assume he is going to play the Heat Factor at some point. He's going to search through his discard pile real quick. My discard pile is upside down for some reason. I have this habit of turning my discard pile upside down. Yeah, that right I just not noticed. Alright, let's see. He is going to judge. And I'm literally just like talking to him like, God dang it, dude. Why'd you freaking do this? Or someone in the shop's yelling something, and I'm just like, cannot hear you. Can you repeat that, please? I'm freaking deaf, dude. I might actually just be deaf, because like people talk to me all the time. I'm just like, yeah, I have zero clue what you just said. I don't know. I didn't really get to see what was in my hand there. We're just talking from my perspective yet again. What do I need? I just need a switching card. I need a switching card. I need a switching card. That's all I need. 2 of them actually wouldn't be too bad because I can tackle with one than the other. So we do see the one switching card. We do see the Shrub switch. Actually, we could just take a knockout on this Volcano and force him to promote one of those big boys into the active. A knockout is a knockout. Even though the knockout doesn't mean game, it's still a prize card. Will I play the switch? This is a big decision here. Now, can't I remember what this was about? Yeah, really, I do not remember what's happening here, like, and what this stalling is, unless I was talking to someone. So I am going to switch. Maybe I was just thinking about the switch. Realistically, that was a bad play. What I should have just done was an announced some trick press for knockout onto, what's it called? Onto the Volcanian. And then I could have just dumb trick press the next time it came the active, then switched for Volcanian. For Greenszard. I do not believe he's playing the, he has any Guzma. I believe he's relying on counter catcher. And which was good because I did have switch in hand. So no matter what he switched me into, I could have just switched into Greenszard. So that was a misplay on my part. He's going to start loading up this Greenszard for a counter attack. And right now he's fishing for counter catcher. He's fishing for mixed herbs. Just to prevent knockouts. So he's going to grab some more energy from the discard pile. There we go. Said he's moving his snake, cat shark. That is a cat shark Yu-Gi-Oh card, by the way. Cat shark. You're gonna get real sharked. So right now you can see by my mannerisms, I am just nervous as all heck right now. Because I know I misplayed right there, and I see him starting to touch a bunch of energy. I don't know how much in trouble I was. Realistically, if I look at the board state right now, I'm not in that much trouble whatsoever. But at the time, I thought I was in big trouble. I did not know what was gonna happen. Yeah, I'm a freaking mess over there. Something I do want to talk about. In my list, I originally had the Dene, But this is kind of responsible on my part. I did not have a Dedenne for this tournament. Because for a long time I was borrowing someone else's Dedenne, and I ordered one, and it never came, so partially my fault, partially not. So I had to use a Lily instead of the Dedenne, because obviously the Dedenne I was using was not mine. And the person that let me borrow the Dedenne was, looks like I just needed it back, which is totally fine. I just need to get my own Dedenne. It's all good though. But obviously that didn't 100% matter. I mean, it mattered at one point because I know I ultra balled for something, and it would have been Dene. Before I get really off track and start rambling like you know I will, he announces Flare Strike onto my Greenszard, and this is the one bad thing about playing one choice ban is I would be able to just kill him. No, what's so ironic is if I never switched in the first place and I had Switch plus Guzma, this match would be freaking clean. But we are just going to put the EV Sonics in the active, force him to have double custom catch or a Guzma, which I do believe that's Guzma as his front card. So we are going to jump drug press for 150 Guzma, and that is game. And you will most likely see me beat myself up a lot. It's just what I do. But realistically, that was a good game, but just a couple misplays on my part. So yeah, this is where I'm explaining to him like the misplay that happened and what I should have done. It's all good at the end of the day. Which time was it? The last prize. Yeah, I'm just I'm heated right now, but so going into game 2, some of the adjustments that each player could make. One thing I need to do is not fill up my bench so much when I don't need to. I was just playing card. I played the Marshall really just to play him. At no point did like my opponent a welder or green something into their hand, and now I'm getting rid of that. That never happened. I literally just Marshall just because hey I had Marshall in hand. And things that my opponent could do a little bit better is just setting up their Pokemon. They didn't really, unless they just dead drew, which I don't think they did. They just really didn't set up their board states like for attacking very well. They were kind of defensive like for most of the game. And obviously, it's a tag team, so a couple kills can just turn everything, but I definitely think both players do have stuff to improve on. And I believe I will go first here, just because usually I always go second with this build. It was because I was playing more energy spinners and more Volcanians. But seeing that I have to let loose in my deck, and I'm always trying to fish for that turn 1 let loose, I decided to go first throughout this whole entire tournament when I had the option to. So here we have the option of the Growlithe and the Volcanion. Obviously the Volcanion is just the better starter here in almost every instance. And we're going to put Growlithe on the bench. Do believe we also seen the Arcanine in the hand already, so we do have that to promote. So we are going to get a mulligan here. My opponent did seem to mulligan more often than they said they usually do. Really unfortunate for them. Give me a few extra cards at the start of the game. I don't believe the mulligans have really amounted to that much based off the cards I did get. Alright, we're gonna go for another tap here. Just trying to get this game rolling. I don't know how we were doing on time for all this. He does have a basic now, so we can get this game popping. We're going to go ahead and draw our 2 cards. And we're going to put down the even Snorlax from our mulligan. And let's get it going. Alright, so I will start us off by drawing a fire energy. I believe I have 2 energies, so I can Welder. If I don't, that's okay. So we do have the 2 energies, 2 Welder. Go ahead and get some hand advantage going. We have a big hand at this point. Helpful because of our 2 mulligans. So we're going to find another energy and a Greenszard. Kind of wrote it better myself. And that was a quick turn, but we got a lot on the board, so looking pretty good so far. Mulligan is going to double custom catcher up my even Snorlax. I will put that more in the center in a second. I don't know why it's like all the way over there. I did that like a couple times. But the positive thing is that was his custom catcher. 2 custom catchers already down. So if one's in surprises, that's just bad. See if we can see one in his deck when he's fanning through. Obviously, we won't be able to see it now. Alright here. So again, this is a best of 3. We are down 0-1 here, so we are going to have to pull off 2 games. So the best thing I need to do is make sure my head's cleared, because I do know I was going into this match very just distraught and just upset over the way I played. We do see 1 custom catcher in his hand, so there's potential for another custom catcher to come out. I'm trying to mute the mic when I yawn. I'm trying my best. So he's just gonna Height Blast for 50 here, and really I'm not in that much trouble. I'm not too worried about this, even Snorlax being in the active. I'm just gonna set up stuff on the bench. Welder 1 card onto the Reshiram and Charizard. We do see the Guzma. We also do see the Marshadow. I cannot use the Guzma, however, because he has no bench Pokemon. So we're just gonna Acrobite, trying to go through the deck. One's Reshiram, one's a Heat Factory. What do we choose here? I personally think we would choose Reshiram because I just don't want any chance of him being able to use Heat Factory, which is what I did. Even though I can't use it, as long as he can't use it, because he doesn't seem like he has the best hand right now. And my hand's perfectly fine. So right now we do have the option to let loose here if we wanted to. Or we can just pass. I asked him how many cards he had in his hand. He told me, and I just didn't feel like let loosing there was too important. You already see me make the adjustment of just not filling up my bench. Now, I wish I didn't have the Growlithe on the bench, but the Growlithe can help against the Volcanion. I can survive a boosted Height Blast. So it's not absolutely useless in the matchup. It also would survive a Jump Truck Press if it was an evolution Pokemon. And it barely dies to a Megaton Friends GX. And it also barely dies to a Double Blaze GX. He's going to pick up the Acerola here. Which, I don't know why he got it right there, because he's just going to die. Like, the only thing that doesn't just die is the Reshiram, which he did get the Reshiram, so maybe he's just setting up, which isn't obviously a bad thing. So he's already attached to, I do not know if he's attached for turn. Clearly he might have, because he would have attached to more. I believe he's going to just declare Height Blast for 50. Which is rather sad if he would have to do that. And clearly he has attached for turn. But we do see an energy right there. So he's going to do Height Blast for 50. Giving the turn back over to me. Now he is susceptible to Guzma. If I do so chose to use it. The Guzma isn't necessary, but I can start hitting for 110 right here. Unless he has a switching card, he's just kind of stuck in the active. I do have to watch out for the outrage building up, but the Marshadow hopefully will prevent him from being able to make a play. And that's just what I'm hoping. He just dead draws off of it. Well, obviously, you would never know. Something that would help it would be if I top deck a Choice Band at some point, because Choice Band plus Height Blast will two-shot the Greenszard, because you're doing 140, 140, which is 280, and Greenszard is 270. So that's another reason Choice Band is used in this matchup. We do have the switch at any point if we want to pivot into something else. The option I believe I do, where as I said it was Kiawe. I Kiawe onto my bench Greenszard, so now that Greenszard on the active is just a dead eventually. Like, through whatever means, he's eventually going to be dead. Because I can do 300. And eventually I will kill that Volcanion. So right now my opponent has to look for just something. They need to somehow get these... I don't really know what they can do. Because eventually I have the energy to retreat the Volcanion. He needs to get the Charizard out of the active. But if he retreats the Charizard, I'm literally just going to announce Flare Strike on the Volcanion, kill the Volcanion, and that Greenszard is going to be right back in the active. So, realistically, my opponent is just in a losing predicament. Here, we do know I have the switch in hand. Going to play the switch, get this in the active. And obviously we know we have the kill, but we're just going to make sure we set up something else. Alright, there is the Choice Band, which does help our Arcanine 2-shot. So that's going to be a knockout on the Greenszard. We're going to get 3 prizes off there. He does have another Volcanion, so it is not game next turn, which is rather unfortunate. Again, I don't know how we were doing on time. He's going to judge here. I do believe I had some good cards in hand. Not the best, but definitely did not want to see a judge there. Just because it gives him the momentum, because I was already set up. But anything can obviously happen. So we're going to look through the discard pile just to see what he has. Really, we just want to see how many welders he has, how many mix herbs, how many custom catchers he has. That's what we were specifically looking for. We did see he had one Greenszard. I believe, like me, he's playing 2-2, 2 Greenszard to Evilax. So off the judge, I don't get any energy, and I don't believe I got a supporter, but I can always Ultra Ball for Lele or Marshot or whatever. He's just going to Height Blast me here. Obviously, just does not have a good hand. We just announced Flare Strike for a knockout. And our opponent's down to 1 Pokemon left. Can he do something about it? He does have the greens in hand. So, what can he do? And except we do have Pokegears to fish for a Guzma. If he decides to, like I said, use a greens to get a custom catcher on us. We're in a good spot. So he's going to Lieutenant Surge into a greens. Most likely get Nest Ball plus Welder. Welder onto Volcanion just to get more cards. So he's going to get a Fire Crystal, actually. And he's going to look for a basic Pokemon. Did not see a basic Pokemon I was fanning through. Maybe I just... Okay, I got part of the honor there. Maybe I just missed it. I did not see a basic in there. So he's going... Oh, okay, so he's going to get Nestball plus Welder. So clearly if he did see... Okay, we do see an Eevee Snorlax and a Volcanion. Personally, I would get the Eevee Snorlax just because it's bulky. Yeah, that was very smart. Alright. Okay, and we're looking for a switching card. A Guzma for my opponent would be decently okay. Obviously, He doesn't know what's in my hand, but theoretically just getting this Greenszard out of the active, and just hoping I just dead draw, so like getting the Marsh out or getting the Eevee in the active. Getting the Eevee Sonics in the active actually would be really nice. Because of the 4 retreat cost, it's very difficult to retreat that, and at that point I'd rather attack. And the 120 outside the Volcanion is not really an optimal thing here. He is going to go fishing with that Heat Factory and come up with a, I believe that is a switch, a choice band. Can't tell what the third card is. Looks like a ball. He asked me on cards in hand. I believe I have 6 or 5. So right now I was thinking he had a judge in hand. So he's just going to take the passive round. Not much he can do. He's just going to flare strike. Fire starter. I apologize. Onto the Eevee Snorlax. So we have a couple options here. Obviously, we can go fishing for a Guzma. First of all, we are going to Ultra Ball. Ultra Balling for a Tapu Lele for Welder / Guzma would be pretty good, which is what we do. I believe I get a Welder. No, I actually do get the Guzma. Forcing the switch here. Yep, okay, I am going to Guzma that thing up. And because I have 2 on it, I can just retreat it. I'm just going to like quickly do it just because just trying to be as efficient as possible. So now my Greenszard can use Flare Strike this turn. Again, we just have to suck in the active and it cannot kill us. I don't know where his GX counter is, so I don't know if he has access to his GX attack. I believe he does. But not that it really will matter. We'll still live with 1 HP, I believe. Because we'll have 260 on us, so yeah, we'll live. And we fished, and we got ourselves a switch. Which, less RNG. We'll come real tight right there. Just to attach for our backup attacker. Just in case we have the Arcanine being accelerated to. Pokegear, looking for a Welder, and a Guzma, possibly a Acerola, which I believe we actually already have in our hand. Yeah, we're fishing right now, and we caught a big one with that Guzma. And again, we got the switch off the Heat Factory, so we are set up for multiple turns here. And I believe we announced Flare Strike for 230. Now, something we can do is we can switch into the Arcanine if we have an energy and just announce whatever its first attack is called. I apologize for forgetting. Alternatively, if we have Guzma plus switch, which I do not see the Guzma, unless that's what that 4th card is. We do not have game yet. So right now our opponent is going to need a lot to get back in this game. They have yet to take a single prize. They have yet to take a single prize, and their hand's just not a good fit. Hold on. There's no clue why I'm randomly just yawning. I've been awake for like 2 hours. This is AIDS. Your opponent is just fishing here. They need a lot to get into this game. So he's going to try to protect that Eevee Snorlax. But what he doesn't know, he's playing into a Guzma. Which isn't really the best option for him. Look at him, we do have switch. So whatever we switch into, we can just, come back. And the best he can do is High Blast for 140. Which will kill me next turn. But what he misplayed here is I can just use Outrage to kill him and then Flare Strike the Eevee Snorlax. So realistically, he just gave me game here by attacking into me. His best option was just to not attack and just hope I mess up something. I wholeheartedly believe that's what he should have done. So we're going to find one mixed herbs, one custom catcher. Hopefully we can see his hand soon. And right here I was checking to see how many custom catchers and mixed herbs he had. He did have one of each. So it made me assume he had something in his hand. And he did have the double custom catcher. I like him to even Snorlax. But yet again, we did have the switch. And if we have Guzma, we're just rolling in the paper right now. Alright, what do we get here? He can knock me out next turn, which isn't the worst idea. We'll go and 3 prizes, which is rough. I do have the ace roll in hand, which would just be heartbreaking. I believe I actually do play it. And it's a 1 of as well. It's the only one I play in my deck. So we're going to ace roll, pick up all that damage. Promote the Greenszard. And realistically, we don't really have to rush by putting anything on the bench. That's just Guzma targets. We're going to Wishful Baton just in case here. Play the Eevee Snorlax. And we just announce Flash Strike for knockout. So now we have game. All we need is for a knockout. Realistically, all we need a way to get Greenszard out of the active and the active, because I do not believe an outrage kills. Oh no, outrage does kill. Because I have 50 damage on me. So unless he can heal, which I do believe I do see 2 mixed herbs there, he will be able to heal. The mixed herbs coming into play, healing 90 damage here, so it makes this a little bit harder. Makes me need to use switching cards, which I cannot tell if I have. Let's see, what is he going to try here? I'm as interested as you guys are. Do not believe what happened here. Do not remember what happened here. I apologize. So we're just gonna find a Volcanion. Just give him an eventual switching option. Yet again, the issue is he hasn't taken a prize, so he's going to mistakenly play into a Guzma for game here. But again, he doesn't really have a choice. I do not know if I already had the Guzma in hand. I did have the switch, however. Which actually, no, that's game, because since I have the switch, I can just kill anything, so this is GG for game 2. I announce your energy spinner. Realistically, all I have to do is announce, switch, and kill. Really, I'm just covering all any bases just in case. Always just want to be as safe as possible. Always just want to make sure. I always just want to make sure I cover everything, so really all we have to do is just switch, say Flare Strike, and collect our last prize, so. Unless I don't have 4 energy on there. Okay, yep, that is going to be game 2. And now we're going into a game 3, Greenszard. This is starting to win me. This is a lot. Oh, is that? Wait a second. Is game 1 not on here? Oh, game 1's not on here. Let me see if I have it somewhere else on file. Wait, yeah, it's just gone. What the heck? Alright guys, well, it's gone. Yikes.